Today I'm going to be talking about the most annoying glitch slash bug in Marvel Rivals. It's called a GPU crash dump. I've been struggling with this recently with the most recent update. It's been crashing my game, sometimes loading in, sometimes while I'm in a game, and it's overall just ruined the gameplay experience for me. So I took a couple of weeks to kind of figure out what the problem was, and I tried a bunch of different fixes that people had on the internet, and none of them worked for me. So the main thing that worked for me was if you're on NVIDIA, you need to roll back your drivers to a date when it worked. I'm not on NVIDIA, but I had a buddy who did that, and that worked for him. But if you're on AMD, what I would recommend is completely uninstalling your AMD drivers. I'm currently on AMD right now, and so I completely removed the AMD software and drivers, completely reinstalled the brand new one. And the problem that I was having, which was I think was causing my issue, I was getting a kernel power error with the GPU crash dump, which means that there's something to do with the power. And I had quite a big undervolt on my card. And so in order for me to fix this, I put this pretty much back to the stock settings that I have. And so I'm using the 6800 XT. And this is pretty much the stock max frequency and max voltage. And that seemed to fix the problem for me. But the big thing for most crash dumps, because it's super, super common right now with crash dumps, roll back your drivers on NVIDIA to one where it worked. And then AMD completely delete your AMD software and reinstall it, and then make sure there's no overclocks on your card or super drastic underclocks, because it will also cause a GPU crash dump. Also, what helped me is to change some of my settings. So these are the graphic settings that I use right now. So I'm going to pause here and let you guys copy them. I think FPS cap helps a lot. When I didn't have this capped, it was causing problems with crashes. I think that if the FPS gets too high, it can also crash. And then these are my graphic settings. So I'm on 1440p. I would recommend playing at 1080p if you can, because the game is terribly optimized, and 1080p I think it runs better. But if you have a 1440p card, go ahead and do it. The reason I'm doing it is because I think it looks a little bit better, and my card is able to run it, so I was like, whatever, I'll do it. But the big thing I think that changed with my settings here is I turned off global illumination. I know it says SSGI. I was just experimenting. You can use SSGI, but I would not recommend using lumen. It does look way better, but it'll drastically decrease your performance. It'll half your FPS easily. So if you're doing competitive play, I would do SSGI or off. Model detail, keep this as high as possible, and then texture detail medium to high to ultra, just whatever your preference is. But for me, this completely fixed the GPU crash dump problem and honestly saved a lot of time. Thank you guys for watching. I hope I helped you guys fix your problem. Thanks.